Hello, hello. For those who don't know who I am, I'm Deborah, and I'm the founder of the Writers Incorn International and the author of the Scribal Watchman. In today's video, I want to just talk to you about some of the things that I am seeing prophetically in regards to what's going on here in America. And just as a disclaimer, this is for informational and educational purposes only. If you don't know, today represents the day in which the ring of fire occurs. This is a solar eclipse. It's when the moon covers the sun to the point that a ring of what looks like fire occurs. It's not seen as a very good omen, it's seen as a bad omen. There's also solar flares shooting off of the sun. So I want to encourage you that if you are listening to this message, that you begin to implement three things into your life right now. The first thing you need to do is you need to increase your level of prayer. You can do this through what I call prophetic prayer journaling, where you take a journal and you just basically write out your gratitude to God. You want to ask Him some type of question, and you want to wait and listen and meditate until He responds to what you are saying. The reason why writing is so important is because you can actually see when He confirms what you are saying or what you are requesting. He says in His word to ask of Him. Ask for wisdom, and He will give it to you liberally. He's no respecter of persons. We are getting ready to enter some very challenging times. But I believe that as you nestle down in the word, as you begin to pray, that you will begin to know how to navigate in the days ahead. So, number one, you want to increase your prayers. Number two, you want to make sure that you write down those prayers. Number three, you want to get into the word. I would encourage you to begin to read either the Psalms, the Proverbs, or the book of John. But get in the word and really allow it to saturate you and enter into your heart. To do is you want to begin to incorporate some type of fasting. It can be a half a day, it can be for a couple hours, it can be just fruits and vegetables, whatever it is. Fasting will help you become more spiritually sensitive to hearing God's voice. Also, as you conduct prayer journaling, prophetic prayer journaling, it will also help you begin to discern God's voice from all other voices. These are very important things that you need to do immediately. And the reason why is you want to be spiritually connected to the vine in this hour. You don't want to panic. You don't want to do things out of character. You want to be balanced and anchored in God in this hour, because people are going to be going to and fro. As you pray, begin to pray and ask God to open up the windows of heaven over your family. Build your prayer altar. If you don't know how to build it, I'm going to also link a video that I did earlier. Prayer is so important in this hour. I also want to encourage you that if you are able, that you begin to just pull back and get certain items in your home now. You want to get things that you like. Don't get things just because other people are getting it. Don't stockpile on toilet paper and paper towels. You cannot eat them. I believe that God is going to provide for us supernaturally. I believe that God is going to show Himself strong and mighty in 2025. We are currently in the Jewish New Year, which started last night on October 2nd at sundown. So we are in the middle of the Jewish New Year 5785. Another thing you want to do is connect with a community of believers, whether it's a prayer partner that you know of, that you trust, or you can connect with our Inkhorn community. We are here praying, interceding for our nation, interceding for the elections. I believe that part of what's happening now is to awaken us. God wants us to come back to Him. But we are in a serious hour where people are dying. People have been given $750 to navigate a major disaster. I don't know what God is doing, but I know He said to trust Him in this hour. And so I want you to begin to do that. Increase your prayers, prayer journaling, fasting, connecting with the community. That's 4 things you need to begin to do now. The 5th thing is you want to begin to stockpile, not on anything that you don't like, but stockpile on things that you like, small things at a time. Canned goods is one thing, beans is another thing. But before you start getting a whole bunch of stuff, make sure that you look at and see how some of the preppers have prepped for things that will last them for a long, long time. Think about what you will need in the event that you lose power. Think about those things. So I'm here to just not to scare you, because God does not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. I'm here to encourage you, to let you know that if you are listening to this, God has chosen you, and God is going to bring up a new leadership in churches as a whole. He's also going to bring forth these prophetic voices and these evangelists and pastors that are going to begin to speak, and they're going to be coming out of the hiding places. God is about to do a new thing. God is in control, and He knows everything. We have the authority in God, and as you position yourself in prayer and fasting, I believe with all my heart that He is going to not just bring us through, but He's going to bring us through victorious. He's coming for a purified bride, and you are one of them, beloved. Keep your oil lamps trimmed. Shalom.